Hi sisters, show me your armpits. You know how I always start my YouTube videos like that. Hey there, it's Delilah. And today, yes, if you couldn't guess by that very telling intro, we are going to be talking about James Charles. Yay! No, not, okay, don't clap for that. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my other videos. Usually I would do like an entire dedicated 3-part, 2-hour-long each deep dive, all of James' controversies / all of his multiple messages with multiple minors. Who said that? And although a big deep dive going into all that stuff may come in the future, some shit is going down with James Charles right now. A lot of people on the internet are dogpiling him on this. And in a world of followers, in a world of, white sheep, I'm right there. I am joining the hate train because he posted an insane video recently in response to someone DMing him who just lost their job. They were working at Spirit Airlines, which recently shut down, I guess, filed for bankruptcy or something like that. And were out of a job, didn't know how they're going to pay their next bill. They reach out to James Charles being like, hey James, this isn't like me. This is kind of embarrassing to ask. I don't know what to do. It's a last resort, but I have a GoFundMe link. I lost my job recently. I know that you have a lot of money, but I don't know if you would mind just, sparing me a few dollars. I don't know how I'm gonna put food on the table tonight, and I don't know what the future looks like for me. I'm really scared. And James Charles, in short, responded by calling them a lazy, pathetic bitch. So we're going to be talking about that whole incident. Whether or not you guys are familiar with James Charles in the first place or this incident in general, I'm going to take it all from the top. I also have his deleted apology video where he doubled down on everything that he initially said, so that's going to be an exciting watch. And yeah, let's get into it. But before we get into it, come on, take a seat. Take a seat in your lame, uncomfortable chair that probably doesn't even have lumbar support, because I want to talk to you about Flexispot. Most people, myself included up until like a week ago, don't realize how much their chair is literally wrecking their back. For me, personally, this is my old chair. Yeah, I literally had to position my spine in one of the hole gap things because otherwise this stupid hard wooden thingy would literally bruise my spine before the workday was over. But that is until I got the Flexispot C7 Max ergonomic chair. Do I know what ergonomic means? No, not really, to be honest, but I know how it feels, and it feels good, baby. As someone who works from home and is sitting most hours of the day doing so, the Flexispot C7 Max has allowed me to actually do my work comfortably and not just have me leaving my office feeling as if I just did 7 hours of manual labor. And also, as a short person myself who also can't sit still to save her life, I am very thankful for all of the features that the Flexispot C7 Max provides. It has an adjustable headrest that can move up and down and can also be tilted to your ideal angle. And you can also fully adjust the backrest to whichever height you prefer, which in my case is short. It comes with lumbar support, which is designed differently than your average chair that only supports the lumbar region. The Flexispot C7 Max focuses on sacrum support as well, which automatically supports both the sacrum and the lumbar, making it more ergonomic. I'm starting to learn what that word means. You can also customize your seat depth to your liking, and both armrests are adjustable too, which is great for me as a cross-legged sitter myself, but also really convenient for people who game and are typing on a keyboard, stuff like that. Your touche is supported by memory foam, which allows you to sit comfortably on it for those long days. And when said long day is over, you can kick up the footrest, lean back, and chill. Here is me demonstrating that you won't fall back if you lean back on the chair. And although it would have been funny if I fell back, that won't happen with my Flexispot C7 Max. So yeah, if you value your back and are looking for a comfortable chair that really has it all, you can try out the Flexispot C7 Max risk-free with a 30-day return policy and a 10-year warranty with direct replacement for damaged parts. All you have to do is use my code C750 to get a whole $50 off. $50 off. So yeah, that's C750, and I will also have it linked in my description as well so that you can get the best price. But I also do want to mention that if you have a limited budget, you can also check out their C7, which is also a great quality chair that has all those basic functions and adjustment settings as well. And Flexispot also just recently launched a new chair model, the C7 Morpher, which features a complete upgrade to the lumbar support and upper backrest. Oh, I bet that's ergonomic as heck. If you're interested in the C7 Morpher, you can search for the page Flexispot Ergonomic Office Chair with Footrest, Chair for Back Pain, Best Back Support Chair C7 Morpher. Also, Flexispot Brand Day sale is happening now. Enjoy up to 80% off site-wide. Use the code C750 for an extra $50 off on your purchase. This is the best time to buy. And let's get back to the video. Okay, so I'm going to give like a really brief rundown of who James Charles is. Like I said, this isn't like a regular video of mine. This isn't some extensive deep dive where I would like fully go into all the lore. If you guys are interested, by the way, I would do a deep dive on him. It would take me probably a long time to do because there's just so darn much to do with our old friend James Charles. I mean, for instance, I started off the video, "Hi sister, show me your armpits." Yeah, that was a reference to him in a Snapchat conversation with a 14-year-old boy, revealing that he has an armpit fetish and he wants the 14-year-old boy to show him his armpits. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So if you did want me to do a full like deep dive on it, leave me a comment, like this video. Maybe I'll set a like goal. Sure, yeah, let's set a like goal. We're gonna aim for freaking 15K likes, okay? Okay, so like this video if you want a deep dive on James Charles. I low-key would love to get into, oh my gosh, all of the shit to do with that. Remember when he was caught talking to a bunch of minors, talking to 14-year-old boys, and then he posted an apology video where he admitted to talking to minors, and his excuse was, "I was desperate."
A lot of thinking and reflecting to really try and figure out why I was actually allowing myself to be so reckless in the first place. And I finally came to a conclusion. It sucks and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
I was desperate. That's why I messaged a bunch of children and asked to see their armpits and blackmailing them to not tell on me for messaging minors by threatening to out them for being gay. Yeah, remember when he did that? All right, okay. Getting ahead of myself. James Charles, though, if you don't know who this is, James Charles Dickinson, spelt Dick in son, and there is a joke that I could make about that, but we're going to steer away from that one. Anyways, James Charles Dickinson. James Charles Dickinson is a 26-year-old prominent American beauty influencer, YouTuber, and makeup artist. He's a makeup artist. He's known for a lot of things. I mean, like, there's the flashback Mary memes of when he was like the face of CoverGirl and then his makeup just like looked really bad while he was like trying to represent a makeup brand. There's the Coca-Cola. Hello.
We're in Africa and I got a frozen brown elephant, which is Coca-Cola. Hello. Coca-Cola. Hello.
There's the Bye Sister, Taddy Westbrook, that whole lore with Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Taddy West. So much. There's Sister Squad. That was a group with James Charles, Emma Chamberlain, and the Dolan twins. That was a very prominent group on YouTube. You guys probably know who James Charles is. We don't have to give the whole lore drop here, except I will say, remember when he said, "Going to Africa, hope I don't get hashtag Ebola." Remember when he said that? Was that the exact tweet, James Charles Ebola tweet? "I can't believe I'm going to Africa today. Oh my God, what if I get Ebola?" James, we're fine. We could have gotten it at Chipotle last year. Wasn't that a knee slapper? Yeah, that's James Charles. He's very well known. He has like 10 million fucking followers, despite being literally a known child predator. But you know, the world just loves to prove time and time again that they don't actually care about child predators. They don't actually give a shit. I think he's gained millions of followers since he was first exposed for being a child predator and also admitted it. So that's James Charles for you. By the way, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button if you hate child predators. I'm side-eyeing you if you didn't just hit that subscribe button right now. But no, seriously, if you're new here, please subscribe. You can also like this video. You can also hype this video. That's a new feature. It helps small channels push them in the algorithm. But back to James Charles. Basically, okay, so Spirit Airlines, are they closing down? Yeah, okay, so Spirit Airlines has officially shut down operations as of Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. The airline immediately canceled all flights and began an orderly wind down after failing to secure $500 million government bailout and facing unsustainable operating costs. Okay, so they're bankrupt. They owed $500 million, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, they're bankrupt. Why does my camera keep slowly moving? I'm so sorry. So basically a fan, or he says it's not a fan, it could be a fan, a girl that I suppose worked at Spirit Airline and was laid off because of them closing down, DM'd James Charles, you know, probably a shot in the dark, and basically said along the lines of, I lost my job, I'm really struggling, blah, 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 whatever. Send him her GoFundMe link, right? And listen, before we get into the video, I am going to say, for the people that are defending James Charles here, I understand how they could, I guess, perceive that as annoying. But it's also like, what, you think nobody's ever asked James Charles for money before? This isn't someone that was commenting on every single video of his and, you know, whatever. They DM'd him once. They probably did not think he was going to respond. It would have landed in his DM request. Most famous, I guess, people, they're not looking at their DM requests, you know? James was probably scanning his DM request to see if there was another 14-year-old boy that he could pressure into sexting with him, but most normal influencers are not just like looking at their DM requests like that, or they have a team that manages that kind of stuff, right? So she likely didn't even think that it would get through to him. It's not crazy and insane and oh my gosh, what a horrible person for asking him for money, for asking a fucking probably millionaire. I don't know, what's James Charles' net worth? James Charles' net worth is fucking $22 million! What the fuck? You couldn't have sent her $100 or something? Or just not respond. That's the whole thing. He ended up posting this video where he's like losing his fucking mind about it, ranting about it, calling her a lazy bitch. Being like, in the time that you DM me, you could have been, oh my gosh, just the most out of touch video fucking ever, guys. When he could have just ignored that DM. Anyways, we're gonna take a look-see now. So this was posted on May 7th. So yeah, I think just over maybe a week ago at the time of me posting this video, he posted this rant to his TikTok with fucking 10 million followers. Or how many followers does he actually have? Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! He has 40 million followers! Where did I get 10 million from? Oh my god. That's so much worse than I thought it was. That's 40 million people supporting a read the lips on that one. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so posted a TikTok to his 40 million follower TikTok ranting about it.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it would really mean a lot to me."
First of all, bro, the like, oh my god, the like impression of like the, "Good morning, James. I know that you probably won't see this," but like mocking her.
I'm really struggling right now because...
As if she's not actually struggling. I'm really struggling right now. Bro, essentially that's the same as like if a homeless person asked him for fucking $5 and he comes on TikTok and he's like, bro, a homeless person just came up to me and said, "I'm homeless right now. Can you please spare $5?" Like, yeah, she is really struggling. Like, he's mocking her as if she's not struggling. And also, not to mention the fact that in his first sentence, he acknowledges the fact that the girl thought herself that he probably wouldn't even see the DM.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll
probably never see this, but I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job."
Fuck you, dude. Oh my god, what the hell? "And I just lost my job." Like, making fun of her, dude. She literally lost her job. Like,
"I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help."
Okay, what the fuck? Oh my god, wait, what the fuck? He's like a villain in like a Dar Man video. You know what I mean? Like that. "I'm sure any donations do help for this supposed job that you lost. Oh, cry me a fucking river, bitch." What the hell, dude? Sorry, my fucking camera keeps focusing on... Hello? Give me a sec. Okay. I'll figure out a fix for it in the future, but for now, that's what we're doing. Okay, let's continue. Oh my gosh, she's so scary!
Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help.
Oh, the way his eyes like widen and he, oh my gosh, it's so scary, dude.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
Okay, fucking duh. Oh my gosh, you're so right, James. I'm sure that she never thought about getting another job. I'm sure that her job plans for the rest of her life is going to be DMing everybody that she possibly can, waking up in the morning and finding 100 different people to DM her GoFundMe link to for the rest of her fucking life. I'm sure that's her future career plans. Duh, she wants to get another job. And see, this is where it gets out of touch because it's like, are you aware of how the job market is right now? Are you aware of how oversaturated it is? How many people spend hours and hours and hours sending out hundreds and thousands of applications, you know? I've seen hella TikToks of people showing their, I think it's, is it Indeed where you apply to jobs? And they've applied to like 500 places and still nothing. Like, a lot of these jobs, they'll post listings saying that they're hiring. They're fucking not, apparently, because they never fucking get back to you. It takes so long, to fill out a job application in the first place because they require you to not only put your resume, but then type in all the information that's already on your damn resume. And then you have to write a cover letter for some of these people. You have to stand out. You also have to work with their shitty fucking AI system now that's like running the whole thing and scanning through the fucking resumes. So actual people, actual hiring managers aren't even looking at the resumes in their first place. It first goes through some fucking AI system that people need to use the best keywords for and learn the best keywords to stand out to the AI system to even get seen by the hiring manager. And you have to do that for every single job you apply to, a lot of which aren't even fucking hiring. James. Did you know that, James? No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because you have 40 million fucking followers and you can fucking fart in a box and send it to someone. They'd probably pay 1K for it. You know what I mean? Like, when you're that status influencer, like that level influencer, dude, you don't have to do shit. You don't have to do anything. You have employees at that point. You have an entire makeup brand with employees. You could sit back on your happy ass all day long doing no work whatsoever, just simply DMing more 14-year-old boys looking for pictures of their armpits every single fucking day for the next year, and you would still be getting income rolling in because you literally have people now that are working for you. And you have the gall to sit there and be like, I'm sure any donations do help, sweetheart. You know what else would help? Getting a fucking job. Nobody wants to work these days. Like, oh my god, you're a loser, dude.
You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that.
Yeah, try that. Try sucking my fucking balls, James. Just kidding, not his type because I'm of age.
Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same ass message.
Don't you dare say right now in the time that it took you to DM me you could have applied for X amount of jobs. No, I just explained that like applying to jobs isn't as simple as just submitting your resume. A lot of these places you need cover letters. A lot of these places not only do you submit your resume, but then you have to manually type in all of your details as well. And then you also need to make sure that your resume is curated for their stupid fucking AI system. And her, who just lost her job, she might not even have finished making her resume yet. That's also something that literally takes a long time. They have entire designated workshops to make a resume that will actually get fucking seen. No process of getting a job is just rainbows and sunshine fucking easy. I know that it was when, I'm like paused on kind of a scary photo of him. I'm just gonna open a blank tab so I don't have to look at that. I know that it was probably easier to get jobs the last time you were unemployed. James, have you ever had a job? James Charles, job before influencer. Okay, he literally started his YouTube channel in 2016. So yeah, James, I'm sure it was easier in 2015, over a decade ago.
Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way.
You don't get help from me now that you're unemployed, because why the fuck would I do anything if it wasn't mutually beneficial?
To myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities.
You're just saying shit. You don't know that she DM'd 100 other influencers and celebrities.
You could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled.
Oh, okay, first of all, I hate this scary laugh that he's doing. That's horrifying. Please stop fucking doing that. Oh my god. Just called her an entitled, lazy piece of shit. Because she's struggling, she reached out for help. And like she said in her own DM, she wasn't even expecting you to see it, dude. It was a shot in the dark. That's it. Like, I highly doubt that she was riding on you or whatever other celebrity she supposedly DM'd to actually send money to her GoFundMe link. She probably had been applying for jobs and, you know, in her free time, maybe fucking sitting on the toilet, who fucking knows, whatever, just made a shot in the dark. Made a shot in the dark because fucking she just lost her job. Guess what? Bill's still coming. Rent's still due next month. And you're being... oh my god, I don't even have the word for it. He's being like cynical. Can I say cynical? He's being sinister with the way he's fucking laughing at the camera. Jesus Christ. Cynical? Believing that people are purely motivated by self-interest, distrustful of human sincerity or integrity. Yeah! You are being cynical, dude. Like, just assuming that she's just like a low-life fucking loser. Like, what did you call her? You said that she was a lazy piece of shit. And entitled. Because she asked you for help, dude. Whoa.
You could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you.
What about her message implied that she thinks influencers and celebrities should fund her entire fucking life? What? Because she has a GoFundMe link and just needs to pay her next month rent? I really wish I knew who this was. I wish I could see her GoFundMe link. I'm going to make my own assumption here, and I'm going to take a guess that the GoFundMe amount that she was trying to raise was likely an amount that kind of lines up with what it would cost her to be able to pay for her next month's rent. I doubt it was like $1 million that she was trying to get on GoFundMe. Like, she needs money quickly. She was just fired. She needs money quickly. It takes a long fucking time to get a job, dude. People are unemployed, applying for jobs every single fucking day for months and months and months and months. My fucking sister just had to move 2 hours to the city that I live in because guess what? She lost her job and was applying to places and there was fucking nowhere where she lived. She literally had to relocate cities because the nearest city that was hiring was 2 hours away. And that's not a luxury a lot of people have in the first place. A lot of people don't even have the resources in the first place to pick up and move to somewhere that's fucking hiring.
Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me.
Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. Oh my god, dude, you're entitled. Why would I help you? You're not a fan. You don't follow me. Oh my gosh, if you see a homeless person on the side of the road asking for money, are you gonna fucking tell him to pull up his phone and verify that he's following you on TikTok? And then when you find out that he doesn't have a phone and he's homeless and he doesn't follow you on TikTok, are you gonna spit in his face and call him a lazy piece of shit and entitled?
You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing.
Just because it's her first time DMing or because she doesn't follow you doesn't mean that she's not a fan. It's easy to forget to follow someone. Hey, subscribe. Hey, check if you're subscribed to my channel, by the way. Because I know that it's easy to forget to follow people. Sorry, little segue, because I'm an entitled piece of shit. Me and her like this. But no, there's a lot of people that I consume the content of and that I support that I don't follow. And there's also even more people that I support that I've never DM'd. Also, there's a good chance that she follows your YouTube channel and DM'd you on TikTok because you can't DM people on fucking YouTube. How many followers does he have on YouTube? Not 40 million. I know it's not 40 million, but 24 million. So it's also a very good chance that she's subscribed to you on YouTube and you can't DM people on YouTube. And so she just found your TikTok and DM'd you there. Oh, and also, it doesn't matter if she does, because this is just a person who simply lost their f***ing job and was just asking for help.
To the real world, sweetheart. And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart.
You, a 22 million net worth, 40 million followers on TikTok, 24 million subscribers on YouTube, who has been successful for roughly 10 years, are gonna say to her, welcome to the real world, sweetheart? You don't know fucking shit about the real world, you pussy. Fuck you. Fuck you, James Strong. Fuck you. What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Welcome to the... I'm actually gonna crash the fuck out. If you have been in a financially unstable position, I want you to imagine at the time in your life where you were struggling the most. For me, I was homeless. So I'm imagining that time in my life. Now imagine shot in the dark, reaching out to someone to help, and they make a TikTok screaming, like full 2-minute long TikTok, absolutely fucking screaming, losing their mind at the fact that you asked for help, calling you an entitled piece of shit, lazy, and then saying, welcome to the real world. Meanwhile, they're a millionaire. I'm about to start fucking maniacally laughing at the camera. I'm about to have my moment just like him, because what the shit, James? What the fuck?
And you think that influencers and celebrities...
I can't believe that line from him. That's so crazy.
Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied.
White, pretty, and able-bodied. Okay, if she was black, ugly, and in a wheelchair, Spirit Airlines still would have gone bankrupt.
You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying...
Okay, and you're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here that are looking for jobs. Okay? So she doesn't fucking matter because there's other people that need it more? Like, if one of your friends or family members or whoever is struggling to pay their next bill, are you going to refuse helping them because there's some people that don't even have bills to pay because they're homeless? And you know what? Actually, some people, they don't have limbs. They're amputees. So, actually, not going to help you pay your rent because people need it more than you, because there will always be people in life that are struggling more than you. But each individual person, it's the fact that they're put in these positions in the first place, and that the job market is like this while prices are also so extremely inflated.
You're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe?
17,000 people lost their jobs. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? They could all make a GoFundMe if they wanted to. What? The GoFundMe doesn't have capacity on how many people are allowed to sign up per fucking month. Okay, and also, sure, James Charles. Sure. Yeah. Please find a person who lost their job at Spirit Airlines, potentially a person of color that lost their job at Spirit Airlines, who's ugly and who isn't able-bodied. Go donate to them. Go donate to them. Oh, wait, you won't, because, do they follow you? Do they, you know what I mean? Acting as if he would donate to her if she were in a less privileged position.
I can at least, 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try.
And oh my gosh, you just said it yourself. Closed mouths don't get fed, it doesn't hurt to try. That dead ass, bro, she didn't even think you were gonna read the DM.
Closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally gonna be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else died.
Crazy still frame. Stop trying to be funny, James. You're a beauty. There's a reason why you're not a comedy influencer. There's a reason that that's not your shtick. You're not our little comedian. Stop trying to be funny. This is brutal, you know? I can't even impersonate him, dude. How does he talk like that? Go find Mr. Beast. I'm sure his next video is gonna be like, I hired... Just... screaming, saying nothing.
James, the last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane, gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome.
All you did was lost your job. Oh my god. The only thing that happened was your life was literally flipped upside down, and the only way to fucking eat tomorrow and put food and water and pay your rent and pay for your fucking lights to be on in your place and pay for heating, all of that was just stripped away from you. That's all that happened. Stop being so dramatic about it, lazy entitled bitch.
All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I could at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you.
She has to prove her undying love for you in order for you to be capable of having any sympathy towards her.
A trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise.
So he's like, yeah, maybe if you were a fucking cancer patient or you were suffering from a fatal genetic neurodegenerative disease that literally eats away at your fucking cells and is slowly killing you every single day, and you're literally on your deathbed and you've been a fan for me and you have receipts and proof that you've been a fan for me for several years and you've always supported me. Maybe if that were the circumstance, I'd spare $1.
I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? Oh. What are we gonna do? Nothing!
He literally is a super villain. Oh, what are we gonna do? Nothing! Clearly.
I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Yeah, she's probably also working on that. She's probably also trying to get a job, James, but bills still coming. Landlord's gonna come knocking on the door next month if that payment is late. A lot of people in today's day in society, more than ever, are paycheck to paycheck. I know you probably don't know what that means, James, but that means when, let's say I get paid $3,000 a month. I get paid $3,000 a month. My rent is over $2,000. That leaves me with roughly $800 for groceries. My electronic bill is maybe like $70. My Wi-Fi's $50. My phone bill's another $60. So I'm left with like $500 or whatever to get me until my next paycheck. I need to stretch this money until my next paycheck. Meaning, by the time I get my next paycheck, I don't have savings from that. I don't have savings from the crumbs left over after I'm fucking raped by the price to fucking survive, the price to eat, the price to put food on the table, the price to drink clean water, the price to have electricity, to have heat, the price to just live somewhere. Nowhere exciting. I don't have savings after that because I'm paycheck to paycheck. Meaning, if you're paycheck to paycheck like that and you don't have savings and you lose your fucking job, oh my god, literally all you're thinking about is how the fuck am I going to pay this next bill, because the bills don't stop. The bills don't wait. They don't get put on pause. Your landlord doesn't give a shit if you live or fucking die. If he found you dead in your fucking apartment, he'd probably pickpocket you and go through your wallet to see if you could pay for your last month's rent. Bills don't stop coming out. And finding a job, it doesn't happen in a fucking day. It doesn't happen in a fucking week. It doesn't happen in 2 fucking weeks. If you're lucky, you can find a job in under a month. But he's just so out of touch. That's the thing, is that when's the last time you had to apply to a job? Over a decade ago, James. I don't think he's actually had a real job from what I Googled, which would make fucking sense, because oh my god. He worked at a frozen yogurt shop when he was 16, and he's now 26. So literally his last job was a decade ago. Like, so out of touch. And then, y'all, just wait. I'm gonna go grab a new water. It gets worse. Oh yeah, he posted a response to this because this is blowing up. He has posted 2 apology videos about it. Had to delete the first one because it didn't really go over well, but don't worry, I have that one downloaded. I've seen some people make YouTube videos on this situation and they're not aware of the first video that James Charles posted that he ended up deleting, but I'm awesome and epic, so you should subscribe to me. Also, just thought of this now. What does Spirit Airlines even pay yearly? Okay, for flight attendants, it pays about $50,000 annually. Average wage US. The average annual salary in the US is approximately $65,000 to $83,000. So they're already getting paid less yearly and trying to survive in this fucking economy, meaning, yeah, it is unlikely that she has a lot of savings. And then also another thing, when you're laid off, when you're fired, or something like this happens and you lose your job, you lose all coverage with said job. And for Spirit Airlines, that includes health, dental, vision, and life insurance. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't live in America, so I don't entirely know. But if she takes medication of any kind, that is likely no longer covered, right? Meaning that's another bill that could be extremely time sensitive, urgent. There's so many reasons that she would be making a GoFundMe, that she'd be reaching out, that she'd be trying to get money now so that she can make sure that she could get potentially her medication, that she can pay her next bill. A lot of bills are either the end of the month or the first of the month, meaning that she just had her most recent bill come out, but now she knows she only has one more paycheck. I think they give you one more paycheck when you're laid off, and then you're fucking done for, and you gotta figure it out, and you gotta just hope that your landlord is forgiving. But a lot of landlords, they're fucking dickheads. They don't give a shit. I've gotten eviction notice. Yeah. So anyways, let's look at his response after he was receiving a shitload of backlash for this, because what the fuck? Called her an entitled fucking lazy piece of shit, while simultaneously acknowledging himself that closed mouths don't get fed and that it doesn't hurt to try. So he's getting a lot of backlash. And then he posted his first, I won't even say apology video because it wasn't an apology. It was just some bullshit. Let's take a look though. Bro, why does James fucking do this? James has a whole team that, by the way, if you didn't know this, if you leave a hate comment on James Charles videos, it'll get deleted. A lot of people, they'll comment the PDF file, because he is. They'll comment that and immediately fucking deleted. Go try it for yourself. Your comment will get deleted. But he has a whole team that fucking does damage control. And so I'm trying to find this stupid video where he doubles down. Okay. I found his first response video. God, that took me forever. His team has become experts in fucking damage control and taking shit down. Hopefully this video stays up, dude. What the heck? Okay.
I ended up deleting the video that I posted yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before, just begging for money. And most people were enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point. But
no, they weren't. He's doing that influencer thing where he's trying to sway public opinion by being no, you guys are crazy. Most people were literally supportive of this video. No, they fucking weren't. They weren't at all. Maybe that's what it looks like to your comment section because you have a team that deletes all your negative comments, but most people were not supportive of it.
But it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments, and a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive. And they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words. Maybe not my best video.
Yeah, you called her a lazy piece of shit. Harsh choice of words, though. Yeah, you told her, get a real fucking job. Stop being a lazy piece of shit. Why would I fucking help you? Harsh choice of words.
Maybe not my best video, and I deleted it. But of course the internet is forever, and now a lot of content creators are using the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job,
to upload their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know.
They're not taking your video out of context. Your entire video was fucking horrible. We watched the whole 2-minute video. Most influencers are taking the clip out of context where I called her a lazy piece of shit, as if that would even be justifiable if there was any context to it. No, the entire video is horrible.
Influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know how hard it is in the job market these days.
You don't.
Oh my God, give me a fucking break. I am out of touch, first and foremost, okay? I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online.
Did he just say he's not out of touch?
I am out of touch, first and foremost.
Okay, he says he is out of touch. Okay, we know that. The only thing you touch is, children.
I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience. I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching if you guys are going to be fooled into thinking that. You've been watching me for 10 years now. It's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself and was determined to literally do anything to make it happen. And luckily, I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job. The reason I made that video yesterday though was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality.
A lot of people these days don't have the make it work mentality. Man, we're fucking tired, man. Boomer ass motherfuckers love to do the whole like, kids these days, they don't know how to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. I used to go to work for 12-hour rotating shifts back to back, pressing my fucking calves with a hydraulic press for my fucking boss that paid me $2.92 a fucking hour. Like, you know what I mean? I think people in Gen Z are just known for, I guess, having a bit more of an attitude, or for maybe having more awareness of like boundaries and like not letting their boss fucking abuse them. Gen Z is known for having a little bit more pushback, and I don't think that that's inherently a bad thing at all. And when it comes to that, when it comes to just general attitude things, a lot of people don't go into work with a pep in their step when they're literally having to work overtime. They practically live at their fucking job, and they're still gonna hardly be able to pay their rent. So yeah, most people don't have a pep in their step pulling up to work.
A lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation. They immediately result in asking for help.
A, asking for help is not a fucking bad thing. And B, if they didn't have a mentality in which they find a way to make it work, there'd be a lot more homeless people than there already are.
And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help.
You clearly do.
In my personal opinion, though, it should be a last resort.
No, dude! If your bills are fucking due, bro! You think asking for help should be a last resort? What? You should wait until your landlord's literally banging on your fucking door trying to kick you out to ask for help? Asking for help is also a process that takes a long time. If you're trying to raise money, for instance, and you wait until last minute to start raising said money to put out your GoFundMe, you're not gonna get that money in time. People have bills. People have bills. They don't have time. It's crazy to me that it's also incomprehensible the fact that this person very well could be asking for help while simultaneously applying for jobs, which is the most likely thing that they are doing.
If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like.
So yeah, how can you simultaneously acknowledge the fact that the job market is absolute fucking garbage right now, while also telling her to not ask for help and simply just get a job? How can you acknowledge the fact that you're apparently aware that it takes people sometimes over a fucking year to hear back from any of these places, while simultaneously telling her not to ask for help and to just simply get a job? Those two things can't be true at once. They can't, because one thing says, I'm aware that it can take people a year to get a job, and then the other thing says, don't ask for help, get a damn job. Well, if it takes upwards of a year to get a job, you know that she has bills in that time frame, right?
people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like. Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid and asking for help. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week.
Yeah, which means it would be exponentially smart of her to, as soon as she leaves her job, make sure that all her bases are covered. Let's say she were to raise enough money for this month's rent and the next, right? She could then dedicate these next 2 months without having to fucking worry every single day about where she's going to get money from. She could now dedicate these next 2 months applying to places every day.
Lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally did not believe that to be the case, because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities.
So what? Oh my gosh, the poor influencers and celebrities, guys. Nobody thinks about them. Oh my gosh, nobody thinks about them, guys. Oh. It's so hard being in a position where I have millions of dollars, so I'm the first person that people think of to ask for money because I have so much money. When you have that level of money, you know what comes with that? The occasional annoying person asking for money. Yeah, it might be a little uncomfortable. Maybe if it's in person, you run into someone in person, they start asking you for money. That might be a little uncomfortable, whatever. But in this case where it's literally via fucking DM and you literally have the choice to just not respond. Bro, I wish my biggest problem in life as far as finances go were that I have so much money that I'm just so annoyed that people keep asking for money. Yeah, sure, that could be annoying, but you gotta acknowledge that that's so whack, that that is your biggest problem. You literally have so much money that people are asking for money. That's why that's happening, because you have so much.
For a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities. This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platform.
Oh, did you check? Did you cross-verify on all social platforms that they didn't fucking follow you? I'm sure you did.
They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled.
Of course she's not entitled. Did she DM you and say, give me fucking money, bitch? No. She said, hey, I'm so sorry. I know you probably won't read this. I just recently lost my job. Blah, 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 blah. I have a GoFundMe link. Anything helps. She never once acted entitled. Just asking alone isn't entitlement.
I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world. It's fucking hard.
You don't know
out there.
shit about
Nobody
the real
owes
world,
anybody
bro.
anything. The universe will constantly remind you of that, and a little bit of effort goes a really...
If you truly knew about the real world, James, you would understand that many people are in positions in which they have to swallow their pride and ask for help. It is not easy for a lot of people to ask for help.
Said 10 toes down instead
Why
of sending...
Why does his curls look like a founding father, first of all? Look at his fucking curls on his fucking head, dude. Also, why are you naked? Oh my god.
And a little bit of effort goes a really, really long way sometimes. I stand behind what I said 10 toes down.
I stand by what I said 10 toes down. And then watch. The next video that we're gonna watch is his apology. He's taking it all back and he's apologizing. Meanwhile, literally within the same day that he said, I stand by what I said 10 toes down.
Or, hear me out, put in a little bit of effort. If you want to send the DMs, at least spend 20 seconds before you hit send, customizing it to the person that you're asking for money from, right? Hi, sister. James, I've been watching your YouTube videos since I was a teenager. You really taught me how to do makeup and have positively impacted my life every single Friday. Hey, I'm in this shitty situation. Do you think that you could help? Probably would have gone a lot further than a generic message.
I mean, they didn't even think that you were going to look at it. Most people aren't looking at their DM requests in the first place. I'm surely not.
Or, instead of copy and pasting the same job application to hundreds of different companies, send in 10 job applications to companies that you really care about and you think you could fit in with.
This just goes to show how much more out of touch Oh my gosh, James Charles is the type of person to be like, you just gotta put on your best suit and go into the job that you want to work at, and you sit down with them and you don't take no for an answer. You ask to speak to the manager and you say, listen here, bucko, this is why your company would benefit from me, and you don't leave that place until they've hired you. Like that, like James is a boomer. James is a boomer in a fucking millennial. Is he a millennial? A boomer in a millennial body? Oh yeah, he's Gen Z. Crazy. He's such a boomer though. He's such a boomer mentality.
And then customize your application and your cover letter, letting these recruiters or hiring people know that you're the best candidate for this job and why they should want you.
No, but yeah, what he's saying apply to 10 jobs that you really like and customize your cover letter. Yeah, you have to customize your cover letter regardless. Like, that's the thing, is that no matter how many jobs you apply to, if they request a cover letter, you have to customize it regardless. You know how much time that shit takes? Especially if you don't use AI? Bro. Like. But also goes to show how out of touch he is that he thinks that that would actually work, just applying to 10 different places and giving it your all. You're required to give it your all naturally with every single place you apply to. Which means if they apply to 100 different places, that shit takes so fucking long, bro. If they ask for a cover letter.
Candidate for this job and why they should want you on their team.
And explain why they should want you on their team. He literally is a boomer, dude.
I know putting in the extra work and effort probably feels useless when you know that you're in a sea of DMs or job applicants, but trust and believe, as somebody who's now on the other side of things, the little bit of extra effort does go a very long way.
You wouldn't know. The last time you were in the job force, like in an actual job where you're working for someone, was 10 years ago. I'm sure you really went in and you wrote the most stellar job application. You sat down with them and you said, this is what I could bring to your company, to the yogurt shop you worked at when you were 16, James.
And unfortunately, taking the easy route is usually never going to work. That's just my 2 cents. Just a word of advice. You can take it, you can leave it. It's all good. I just wanted to provide some more context on my video yesterday because I do not like how it's being twisted and taken out of context.
See, it's really not though, because what you just said in your explanation video was the exact same shit that you just said. It's not being twisted and taken out of context. The fact that people are using that clip where you called them a lazy piece of shit, you calling them a lazy piece of shit is an encapsulation of your entire video. That's not out of context. It's not like you said that they're a lazy piece of shit and then 2 seconds later you said, just kidding, I would never say that. I totally understand where you're coming from. Ha ha ha. I'm James Charles. Show me your armpits. It's not like that's what you said in the next sentence. Like, that would be taking it out of context. No, you calling them a lazy piece of shit tracks with the entire rest of your video. That's not out of context.
It was definitely never my intention to undermine anybody who's trying to work and provide a better future for themselves, their family, and their loved ones. I just don't exactly think that that is what this person was trying to do, or at least the right way to go about doing it.
Stupid ass. Ugh. Come at me, James. So after that video of him where he doubles down and literally says, I'm standing 10 toes down on what I said, he didn't, because he like immediately fucking deleted it within the same day and then posted a actual apology video, which stands for nothing. The actual apology video is inherently already fake and just telling people what they want to hear and fabricated and not what he actually believes, because he already posted his video standing down on what he believes. It so clearly is a case of he tried to double down on it and people were reacting even worse to that, being like, are you out of your fucking mind, James? And then he was like, oh shit, I kind of don't want to speedrun the end of my career. I won't be able to use my platform to talk to any more minors if my platform gets taken away from me. So I'm gonna apologize. So let's take a look at that. Still in his bed, just a little bit later, like literally the same fucking day, bro. Crazy how he's been laying in his bed all fucking day while preaching about work ethic and how people these days just don't want to work. You get to lay in bed and film TikToks and get paid, bro.
Monday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video is basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could.
Again, that is just your speculation, James.
Asking for a handout. And I called her lazy. I said she was stupid.
You called her a lazy, entitled piece of shit. Okay, let's not downplay it.
And I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message, applying for jobs instead. This video was stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it.
Yes, you did. And look at the kerfuffle you've gotten yourself in now.
And say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day.
It's crazy to me the fact that he saw someone reaching out for help that lost their job. And bro, he's saying right here, right now, that he could have just ignored it and gone on with his day and not had to say anything. Obviously, the implication there is that that message of that person reaching out for help that just lost their job and their income and their way to put food on the table, that made you mad. Like, even in this video acknowledging, like, oh, I could have just ignored how it made me feel. I could have not talked about it. I could have whatever. Bro, base level, you're already not a normal fucking human being with the fact that your first inclination, your first reaction, the first emotions that are drawn from you are anger. Regardless of if you decided to post your video or not. I'm really glad that you did post your video because I think it did show more people your true colors. People, bro, I've been getting comments. I've been seeing comments of people being like, this was too far. I unfollowed him, da-da-da. You didn't give a shit that he was a this whole time. Oh my god, and admitted it. Whatever, dude. But hey, any other additional further reason for people to unfollow James Charles, I'm happy with. I'm glad that he did post that video and show his true colors furthermore, because being out of touch is worse than being a in some people's eyes, I guess, and so that inspired some people to unfollow him.
But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort.
Yeah, but he doesn't even, believe what he says, because he just doubled down earlier that fucking morning! He just, ChatGPT, ChatGPT, please help me. Oh, don't help me fucking get photos of 14-year-old's armpits. Not that. Not open a new prompt. Help me with this major fuck up. Another fuck up that I did. No, not the racist tweets. No, different. No, help me with this different fuck up that I did. No, not the supporting a known abuser and inviting him to my house for a place to stay after Kayla. You guys remember the stuff with Kayla Malik when she came out about how her boyfriend was extremely abusive, literally went to jail for it, and James Charles provided the boyfriend that would beat Kayla Malik with a place to live when he was obviously kicked out of Kayla Malik's place. Remember that one? Yeah.
Guys, if you want money from James Charles, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is be a domestic violence aggressor and be arrested, and he will put money on your books. Or, if you're not in jail yet, he will fly you out to LA and you will have a 3-day all expenses paid trip in his LA mansion where you will meet all of his friends, he'll cook you dinner, and yeah. So if you do want money from James Charles, either hit women or be a little younger.
No, not that one, ChatGPT. Write me an apology for this new situation.
I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself.
Yeah, that is what sucks even more, but he doesn't even fucking believe this himself because he already doubled down on what he said.
For yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super privilege and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job.
No, you weren't basically doing that. You were.
And I feel awful because...
You don't feel awful. You doubled down this morning. You don't feel awful at all. You didn't do any reflecting, any deep thinking from fucking 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come on.
I feel awful because that wasn't my intention, and it really hurt a lot of people, and I know that it's not that easy. I know that the job market sucks right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of, and I've heard so many horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year.
Okay, so if that's true and if you were actually aware of that stuff and you were actually not out of touch in that sense and you have friends and family who are struggling, or you've read horror stories about situations like that, you're familiar with what's going on right now, that kind of makes you look even fucking worse, because who possessed you to say all that? Who possessed you to call that woman a lazy piece of shit? Like, and then double down and talk about kids these days, they just don't want to work. Oh my god. And literally in your last video, you simplified it to, I know what you do. You apply to 10 jobs and you write them a really good cover letter demanding that they hire you and telling them why you would be a good asset to their company. As if people don't fucking know that. As if people aren't fucking doing that. But applying to 10 fucking jobs and putting all your effort into those 10 jobs, guess what? That's still not going to get you hired. You need to put all your effort into hundreds of jobs to potentially get a call back. People are putting all their effort. That's why it's so draining. That's why it takes so long, because they are giving every single one of these jobs their all. They're out here applying to their local fucking McDonald's, having to research to write the best cover letter for it, for somewhere that they don't even want to fucking work. And you said in your first video, you just got to really put in effort and apply to like 10 places and just really put in your effort, because doing the bare minimum isn't gonna work for you. Guess what? People aren't doing the bare minimum. So for you to sit here and be like, what did he say?
I know that the job market sucks right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of. And I've heard so many horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I know that it's really hard out there.
No, you don't know that, and you don't think that, because you literally said in your first video that you think the majority of people are doing the bare minimum, and you mansplained to this person how to get a job when you haven't had to apply to a job since you were 16. So you don't believe that, and you don't know that, and you don't think that. You think that people aren't trying hard enough, truly in your heart of hearts, because that's what you said this morning when you doubled down and you showed your true colors once again.
And that most people are just doing their best and trying their best to figure it out and to make it by. And if this person happened to choose sending out GoFundMe links as their method of trying to make it by, who am I to judge? Especially when you consider the fact that my method of figuring it out and getting by was making makeup videos online. I just happened to get really lucky, and now, years later, I'm in a blessed and privileged position. But as somebody with a platform, it's my responsibility to humble myself and to never take what I have for granted. And when I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I was speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint.
Did he say when I made that video today?
And when I made that video today...
So in this video, in this apology, he acknowledges the fact that he did post a video the same day doubling down, but now he's been doing his best to scrub that video from the internet. But in his own apology, he talks about the video that he posted today, this day, where he doubled down. Y'all, if you engage in any discourse about James Charles regarding this situation, A, remind people that he's a fucking but B, make sure that people know, the people that are defending him, make sure they know that he doubled down on this shit. Because, like I said, I was watching some YouTube videos about it, and a lot of people that are covering this aren't even aware of the fact that he ever posted a video doubling down on it, because he scrubbed it. He scrubbed the shit out of that video.
When I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I was speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint, and for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super sorry, especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message earlier before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see this video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit.
Now you'll help her out. What did you say in your first video? You said, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing!
This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl.
So for him to sit here and be like, I'll help you out a little bit. I got you. Just reach out to me, okay? I'll make it better.
But if you are not comfortable with that, I totally understand too.
Yeah, bro, if I was her, I would have a dartboard in my fucking apartment. My apartment that I'm scared of losing. I would spend my last few dollars buying a dartboard and I'd put your damn face on it if I was that lady. That's crazy. No wonder you can't find her DM. She probably blocked you. Bro, I wouldn't, like, for an influencer with 40 million fucking TikTok followers to call you out like that and scream in your face and call you a lazy piece of shit with no work ethic and then proceed to mansplain to them how to get a job in today's society when they haven't had a job since they were 16 fucking years old, for someone to do something like that, they'd probably delete their account. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. Oh my gosh, and I remember I posted about this situation, by the way, and I got a comment on the TikTok I posted about this situation, and I couldn't find the comment, but it said something along the lines of, oh my gosh, Delilah, can you please send me money? I've been DMing hundreds of other influencers this thing, and I also haven't applied for any jobs, but I think that you should send me money. Send money to my GoFundMe link. All donations will help. Anything will help, heart. And the reason why they commented that was basically saying, like, would that not piss you off if someone said that to you? No. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like, would it not piss you off if someone asked you for money? No. You know you're allowed to not respond. And also, if it was in a DM, I likely wouldn't see it. Most people don't look at their DM requests unless you're James Charles and you regularly do DM with fans, and not in a nice staying in touch with your fans type way, but in a oh my gosh, you're 14, send me your armpits type way. And also, if you try to tell anybody about it, I am going to blackmail you and out you for being gay. So that's why James is regularly checking his DMs, in my personal professional opinion, allegedly, or something like that. But yeah, anyways, that's the most recent situation regarding James Charles being the most out of touch motherfucker, oh my gosh, that I have seen in so long. So, oh my god, sorry. So boomers, the whole like, you just gotta go in there, you just really gotta give it your all. I already made all my points about that. I won't restate them, but he really is like just the out of touch fucking boomer that like back in my day, you just wear a suit to the place that you want to get hired and you sit down with them and you tell them, this is why I'd be an asset to your company, and you don't leave until they hire you. Bro, if you were to pull that shit, nowadays you would get the cops called on you, and you wouldn't even reach the hiring manager. You would be told, we don't take resumes. I'm going to throw that out if you hand it to me. Apply online. And then you can wait in a lineup of the other thousands of applicants. Meanwhile, hiring manager doesn't even look at your application because the hiring manager only sees the applications that get filtered through the fucking AI system that scans all the resumes and cover letters and shit like that. So if your resume cover letter even makes it through the AI filtering system, then you might get looked at by a hiring manager, but likely also not, because a lot of these applications, bro, I don't know why they do. I think they do it maybe so that they have a lot of resumes on hand, or they have applicants on hand in case they lose someone, or maybe they'll put up one and then they'll hire someone and they'll forget to delete it. But the only thing that makes sense in my brain is that a lot of these jobs aren't hiring. Because otherwise, how do you get contacted by nobody for genuinely, like James said, like James acknowledged himself, years. Some people it takes over a year. The reason why she reached out is because she has fucking bills, bro. She has fucking bills, bro, coming out right now. I hope he does find her GoFundMe and give her $1 million. Give her $1 million, James. That's literally pocket change to you, bro. You're literally a multi-millionaire. Give her $1 million fucking dollars, James. Or I'll never forgive you, okay? And I know you want my forgiveness, but spoiler alert, it's a setup. I'm never gonna forgive him anyways, because he talks to little children, and he's racist, and he's a really bad guy, and oh my gosh, oh my gosh, the known that people have been platforming ends up being a bad person? Is my takeaway, you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, that will be all for today. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if you like this style of video. Like I said, it's a little off from my regular content. You know, normally when talking about somebody, I make a whole detailed deep dive about them, but this is just kind of talking about like a recent news event. And there's been times in the past where something happens in recent news and I avoid talking about it because I'm like, oh, people are gonna expect me to do a whole deep dive and I don't have time to do that right now. So if you're also chill with this type of content, let me me know. Again, you can like this video. You can hype this video. That's a new feature. It helps small channels, push them in the algorithm. And you can subscribe if you're not already, so that I can also have 40 million subscribers one day, and then you might be the lucky one that I call a lazy, stupid piece of shit. So, yeah, pretty good offer. I know. So subscribe so that I can become out of touch and call you a lazy piece of shit one day. Just kidding, obviously. Okay, anyways, yeah, that will be all. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. I'll see you when I see ya. Bye, sisters.
And I keep finding